Good morning, friends, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in again with the forgiveness of my bird friends, because it is extremely early in the morning and they are enjoying this beautiful day as much as I am. And for that, they're letting you hear about it. They're singing their little bird song for you, for me, for art. Okay, enough of the birds. So with this, we are jumping a few seasons ahead. I was requested by my child to paint them an ornament last year, and he reminded me that I didn't do that and I needed to get that done. So even though the seasons are like 4 or 5 months ahead, we don't paint art in the seasons. I'm gonna have like 4 more Christmas bulbs that you might be seeing on this channel before Christmas time, due to the fact that I have to paint when the time is allotted for me to paint, and certain objects or certain items that I'm painting are what I consider fan art, or they are for family members, or they are things that I can't charge for because I don't own the rights to those items that I'm charging for. So those will be some of the videos that I'm also going to be putting within the YouTube, and for that, there's going to be some that are just completely out of season, unfortunately. But I will stress to you, my friends, we do not paint for the seasons of man. We paint for the seasons of heart. And when you are requested or asked to paint something, I don't give a shit if it's Christmas in July. You paint Christmas, because that's what your heart is wanting to paint. That is what your brush is wanting to paint. And we do not follow the rules of man. Okay? All right. And with that, we will jump into this video. So if you noticed, I did paint gesso over the bulb. This is a clear acrylic bulb. So therefore, if it is dropped, it will not bust, break, or any of the above, because past tense bulbs I have done, they have unfortunately been glass, and those, if I do anything wrong or one movement or a little anything, they break, and they break extremely fast. And so with that, I don't want breakable bulbs. They cost you guys a lot more, and it's just not worth it for the client to have something that in the future is going to bust. Now, if you ask for glass, I do paint on glass. I prefer not to, for the sake of, I don't want your piece to be broken in future times. So with that, I coated this acrylic bulb with, I cannot even talk English this morning. I coated this acrylic bulb with 2 coats of gesso, and then I picked the color of my choice. We are clearly way past all of that, but I'm just killing time and talking over this video for the sake of video purposes. So now we're at the part to where I have already etched on the mushroom. I etched on these little candy circles. That's going to be what I consider clouds. Last year I did a candy themed Christmas, and so I think it just kind of inspired the family that they wanted their own little candy ornament as well. And I have like one of my kids, I consider them my little gnomies, because anything I paint for them holiday related is gnomes. And so with my oldest, they are now my little gingerbreads. So anything that I create for them holiday themed going forward, it's going to be gingerbreads, and this is the start of it. Now, unfortunately, in this video, you're only going to see me painting some of these candies and the mushroom house. I don't know what happened to the rest of the video. I was so excited when I painted this, because I did this in about March or April, that I had all the footage for fucking once. It was going to be a start to finish footage. I do everything on my phone, I've stressed many of times, and what I think happens is, as I'm purging content off my phone, I think I might have deleted some of it. And actually, I know I did, because it's not in this video and I can't make it come back. So what we get in this video is what we get, but what we do get is painting of a mushroom, because, you know, we have only painted like 67 mushrooms on this channel, and what is it going to hurt to do 68? Okay, so with that, we are blocking in the color. Where are we at in this video? First and foremost, let me go and put all my words over and then see where we're at, so that I'm not just rambling for the sake of rambling, and I can actually talk about something great that needs to be talked about in this video. Okay, so after reviewing and putting all the words over the video, we are at the part where I'm blocking in or playing around with coloring these candies. So again, these candies are considered clouds. They're not just floating beach balls. These are clouds. These are going to be like peppermint clouds, and I wish to the freaking paint gods that I would have had this whole video for you guys. I add so much magic in this bulb. It pisses me off that it's not gonna be shown. But there's little frogs, there's little wormies. This is literally like a nature scene. And it was just deleted somewhere. I don't even know what I did with it. But anyhow, I'm not going to snivel for you guys because that's not the side of Ginger Dreads that you guys want to see. You want to see the arting side of Ginger Dreads. And so that's the part you'll get. But I am a little sad that all of that has been erased and deleted or whatever happens to these stupid ass phones. But right now we're working on this little wormy guy, and he is going to be the little friends that hang out with the gingerbreads. And I don't know if I've showed you that I've etched on the gingerbreads yet, but I do show the blocking of them in, and I want to say I lay down color of them for you guys, but I don't give you none of the detail of their little bows or their candy gumdrops and look at, I'm showing you right now that I'm painting little candy canes. Those candy canes aren't even going to be in this video. Those were just a little example of maybe I want those right there. Maybe. That's the part of we don't draw before we paint. This is part of arting. If I can just say, this video right here is to show you what happens when I'm arting. So I don't draw nothing out before I paint it. I just kind of start painting it. And sometimes I have to lay a few things down before I realize, oh no, that's not at all what I like. I don't want that there. It's not going to be there. It doesn't look good or whatever. And that's exactly what happened with those candy canes. I thought for sure they were going to stick around and hang out and become some sort of tree, and they don't. They go away. They get painted over. I think right now we are working on the gingerbread mins, and again, I'm so freaking sad that I don't put the whole clip of this in because these guys came out so freaking adorable as well, but it wasn't meant to be. I guess I need to just get another video for you guys with more detail, and that's what I'm learning as I watch over these videos, because I'm telling you, the process gets better. Where I fuck up in other aspects, I get better in some. So it's a give and take. And right now we're just going to go with it. We're taking what we can because we're giving you guys videos. And so, yeah, I have the rambles today. I'm kind of in my head laughing, if I can just stress this, because if you watched the last video that I just posted, I bitched about how pink and red don't go together in Ginger Dreads world because I was painting a pink mushroom, or I had painted a pink mushroom and I was adding over it a red mushroom bead. And that red mushroom bead did not match at all with my pink mushroom. Therefore, we had to do like the altering of beads and shit. Anyhow, there was a whole video I did, or like a whole little talking process of that. What the hell am I showing you in this video but fucking pink and red? That makes me laugh. I'm just going to say that. Okay, I've been chuckling a little bit to myself over this pink and red because just what we said didn't look right is completely together in another image. Okay, so anyways, I'm still working on those candies. I work on the candies for quite a while. I should probably just delete a lot of that out, but the video has already been done, so I will remember that for next time. That's the part I tell you when I stress the repetitiveness or things that I'm doing constant. I like to cut that part out, or I like to either speed through it hella fast. Always know that when I do these videos, I will put words up when it's painting or doing something in real time. I speed through all of the video due to the fact that everything I do is in turtle mode, and if I showed you the real time of it, you wouldn't even watch the freaking video because it would be too slow and you would think I'm just sitting there looking at shit. So I have to do everything in 2 to 5 times the speed ratio of what is actually being recorded, because of how turtle slow I am. That is another little thing I wanted to stress to you guys, so that you don't think that I'm able to just paint in this like rapid mode. No, not at all. That's due to the fact that we speed this video along. Before the squirrel brain gets sidetracked, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there that follow along. I appreciate each and every one of you. I thank you guys for the love and caring and all of the heart that goes into raising your child. thank you, because they don't understand the work that you're putting in to raising them, but I do. And I thank you so, so, so much for having the patience and the get up to do it every single day. So happy Mother's Day to you, beautiful mothers out there. Thank you guys for all that you contribute to this magical world that we live in, and to the little beings that are going to be our futures one day. And back to the video. All right, you guys, so we're adding in some light, or I will call it window light, to the windows of that little mushroom, and we're fixing the top of the mushroom. As you can see, I have already added on the little dots, and those little dots are coming off. That's why I didn't show you that part in the video, because I do things multiple times as I decide I do like it or I don't. And if I can be honest, I was trying to make that window do like a 3D pop, like pop out of the mushroom top, and I couldn't get my shadowing down to make it look the way I was wanting it to look. So that is why you see me paint over the mushroom cap a few times, because I wasn't able to get that 3D effect that I was going for. And again, with creating art and having an image in your head, there is going to be times that you just cannot lay the image from your head down on the canvas, and you have to be okay with that. There is an artist that I follow, I think he's called Struthless, I think is what he's called. I'll pop up his little page here, but he talks to you about the 80-20 rule. And I use the 80-20 rule in life, if I can just be honest. We can go into that in a future video, because that's kind of a long, lengthy little, but the 80-20, 80% of the art has to be loved, 20% is going to just never be loved, and that's the reality of it. And I mean, he goes into a better detailed depth on what I'm trying to say, but the point is, when it is 80% done, start looking at that piece to be done, because if not, you will never have a perfect piece to your eyes, to yourself. It will never be perfectly completed, because we are our own worst critics. We are our own worst, all of the above. And so with that, you want to know that when your piece is 80% done, that you can start practicing the walking away part. You can start practicing the part of being okay with it, because once again, we are our own worst critics, and we can play with the piece so much that we end up fucking it up. And that is something I learned in this piece, because if I show you another bulb I had just fucking done like 4 months ago, I made that window pop out of the mushroom so perfect, and I couldn't get that same replica on this mushroom. I tried multiple times and I couldn't get that window to have that 3D look, and therefore we ended up having to do a flat base window. It was some frustration involved in this, trust me, but at the end I settled for that 80%. I liked how it turned out. I was able to move past it and go on to another part of the art. If I would have stuck on that, if I would have not learned my lesson from previous artists watching other videos, I would have fucked with that window until I ended up hating that piece. And I have done that to multiple pieces. I'll have to end up making a video of all the pieces that I have thrown aside in the I'll get back to you later box. Yeah, we're never going to get back to those, but they're in there for the day that I might get back to them. That's what happens when you pick and pick and pick and over pick a piece, or if you think there just needs to be one more thing done to it, then it ends up going in that box of I'll get back to you later, and then you'll never get back to it, because unfortunately you've just done something that made you despise that piece, and it will go out of sight, out of mind, and we don't want that. So another thing I got thinking is the reason that we do art is it's an escape for our mental well-being, or it's a escape for the shits of life that we're going through in that moment. And so when you're doing art, I don't want art to be something that you end up picking and working on it so much that it's not fun anymore. Like, yes, some of us do this for a business, and yes, I sell art and I paint art so people will buy it, but that is not why I paint art. Like, that is, I guess, the long term of it. But the reason I do art is the meditation of it. The reason for arting is the healing of that art, the getting to escape within a piece. Like when I'm creating one of these whimsical worlds, I'm in that world as I'm creating it. I'm the controller of what is going on in that world. So when I stress to you the 80-20 rule, when I stress to you anything about painting, I'm stressing to you to do it for the healing, for the meditative part of the painting. Who cares if you become this great Picasso or fucking not? It's the healing that you're going to get from it. Once painting becomes a job, it's no longer fun. Trust me, I do this all the time. I make sure to keep my painting fun or I'm not going to paint. And you couldn't make me do that. It's just like working out. Working out is not fun to me. Therefore, you don't catch me fucking doing it. But you will catch me running up in the forest somewhere. That's working out. It's just not in a gym or the way that we as humans think working out should be done. Again, I'm rambling. I am not even talking about what this video is about. This video is about creating art. That's what this video is about. This video is about painting Christmas in fucking May. This video is about putting the paintbrush to the canvas and making magic. That's what this video is about. So yes, I'm all over the place. Yes, it makes absolutely no sense. Yes, the bulb is in the summertime, even though it's a Christmas bulb. Yes, we're putting a mushroom on a bulb that has a whole bunch of magic, but you don't get to see any of that. Welcome to GingerDreadsArtz channel, my friends. That's what you're going to get on this channel. That's what you've been getting, so we might as well get used to it. Yeah, I just want to stress to you guys that arting is something that I want always to be special to you. When you do this for the first time, it's all those little kid feelings that we get when we do anything for the first time. And then the third time that you do it, it might not be as fun or there might be frustrations. Always remember when you get frustrated, the reason that you're doing it. And once you realize the reason that you're doing it, the frustration should surpass. If it doesn't surpass, maybe you need to find another hobby and painting just isn't for you. And that's the one thing I will say. If you get angry at your art, at your painting, that's not a hobby that maybe you should be practicing on. Because though I get frustrated with my art, there's never anger. Yes, I'll put pieces away. Yes, I put things aside that I'll never touch again. But again, I never get angry with my art. That is where I have the utmost love. I have the most passion. I have all the patience, even if that piece doesn't get touched again. It doesn't stop me from loving the next piece or the next one after that. So as I ramble on about how much we should love our art, I am stressing to you guys to do the same. I guess. I don't even know what I'm stressing to you guys. I'm literally just rambling. Today's a great day though for Ginger Dreads. I hope it's a great day for you guys. I hope your weather is great. We're getting ready to have some extremely hot weather. I know for me it's about to get sad because I am not one to deal too well with 115 degree weather. I don't mind 100 degree weather, but 115 just kind of gets to my little heart. So I recluse and go through cabin fever during the summertime like y'all do in the winter of snow country people. Yeah, that's me in the summer. So bear with me this summer on patience because I don't know how active I'll be. I don't even know how the summer is going to be for us. So we're going to take that all with a grain of salt. And yeah, we're just going to take it with a grain of salt. But for you, my friends, I'm hoping that the summer is going to be lovely and bright and active and artsy, and you guys create magic and go out and adventure and find pieces of wood and some stones and create art. That's what I hope the summer brings for you guys, because that's what we're going to manifest over here in the Ginger Dreads world, is that it's not going to be a recluse type summer. It's going to be a very active, traveling, get the fuck out of Dodge type summer. We have the mountains, literally, or the trees. They're about an hour and a half away. So for that sake, I'm going to be begging the husband that we head up north as often as possible. That's where my creativity will come in at. As I finish up the gills, I think we're going to get ready to jump into doing the little detail writing on that rug, or not, but eventually we will. And what I wanted to explain about that part is the little brush I'm using. So if you notice, I switched throughout the video using multiple brushes. The specific brushes that I use for any of my fine line detailing or any kind of word lettering, any detailing shit that I have to do, I use these brushes by Makartt, and they are literally nail art brushes. They have probably 6 freaking hairs in each brush, but they are the tiniest, most detailed orient brush that I could get my little paws around. So I'm going to put a pop-up in the video to show you that Makartt brush, but they come in a set of 3. I haven't found them in an individual set. I get them on Amazon. Invest, my friends, if you can. I never want you to buy anything that your little heart can't afford or that you don't, because you can obviously make your own detailing brush, but those ones are fucking everything. And if you can get your hands on them, put them on a wish list, get a birthday gift, have a loved one buy them for you because you want to practice on your own nails. That's the brush right there that I'm talking about. That is a Makartt brush. That is a fucking amazing for detailing. If you notice how I can do the little handwriting with that brush only, if I was to try to do that with just a pointy tip round brush, yes, I could do it, but with multiple tries and multiple attempts, and I'd have to fix tons of shit, and I do not like fixing. Even though I'm a professional fixer-upper, I don't like to do it. So that brush is highly, highly, highly recommended when you need to do fine line detailing. I know that there's a YouTuber on here that makes her own detailer brushes, and I'm sure if you guys look for her or type in detailer brush, she will pop up. I think, if I can remember, I'll also add her into this pop-up as well, because that helps for those of you that can't get your hands on one of those nail art brushes. But for the detail work, trust me, my friends, it's going to be that nail art brush. It's definitely the brush. And as you can see, we are still messing around with these candies. Yellow is a bitch to paint, and therefore you have to literally apply coat after coat after coat. I know that we're going to be getting into the little wormies here pretty soon that we get to paint on, because I want to say that's the only other little creature that is added into the art besides the mushroom house, which was obviously a half-ass adding of that as well. I think I just created this video so that you guys can listen to me talk, or so that I could have an excuse to talk or a reason to put my voice over a video. I don't really know. Again, we're growing. The video process is getting better. I know I'm getting to the end of the video, my friends, and eventually you're going to see the little spin around of the final reveal. I don't even know if I have the final reveal of this thing glossed up, but I will show a future video of it finished in all of its glory, maybe in a short or something. You know the routine. We're at the end. I thank you so much for all of your likes and comments and subscribes and all of the good stuff that comes with following along a YouTuber. Thank you so much for all of the above. Thank you so much for being a part of my channel, for being a part of the art journey with me, for following along. As always, my friends, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, keep your brush to the canvas or the rocks or the wood, whatever your preference is. And remember, my friends, art is in the heart, not in the sake of whatever a frickin' person tells you. And with that, I'm signing off, and until next time.